Hey everybody, we are back at the hive. Today is Wednesday and we are going to check in and see how the baby bees are doing. Let's smoke them a little bit here at the bottom of the hive. And we'll see what's going on. We want to check our feeder and we also want to check, see how the brood is doing here. A few of them off of here. Okay. Put a little smoke down there on 'em. Looks like they're building a little bit of comb underneath. Take off the pollen patty. Alright. We are going to start at the back. And we are going to see how these combs are looking. I don't expect at the end here for there to be much activity. There is not. There's a couple on there. There's a little bit of pulled out broom. Let's go around to see what's going on here. Let's leave this one down. And we will go toward the center, which they all would be naturally toward the center. Again, not much pulled out on that. You can see. You just want to be able to slide these down, not squash any bees, and see what's going on, see if they're building any comb yet. Not too much action on that one. Obviously we want to make sure we don't find the queen on any of these. Not much going on there. They're pulling out a little bit. And as we get closer to the center, I would expect to see more action. And that should start right about now. Oh yeah, here we go. Now this was a plastic frame, and as you can see there's lots of nectar in there. They have pulled out a lot of that comb, and you can see the yellow comb on there that was built on top of the black. Nothing on this side here, but they're doing a good job so far. Let's put this one back here. We'll try to remember where we got these at. Now these next two I would expect to see a lot going on, because these were actually two old frames that had brood already on them that were drawn out. And I would expect, oh yeah, this is heavy. We want to look for the queen first off. She is marked. Lots and lots and lots of honey or nectar in there. And there is a ton, yep, ton of nectar. Don't really see any brood in there, anything laid yet. Let's see on this side. Not that good yet at detecting whether there are any babies being laid in here, any eggs. We have seen the queen before, we let her out. I do not see any larvae in there. Not quite sure why they're building this little comb here out there, but that's not really something that we want. That's a lot of wax out there. And smoke them just a little bit more, keep them calm. They're actually being very good. Their smoker going a little bit better in here. Alright, now we will see the second comb that was in here before. Let's see what's going on. We don't want to squash any bees, we want to be careful. We don't want to drop it. Let's get off of there. And we're going to look for the queen on this one. I would expect to see her on this. Lots of nectar in there. Again, no eggs that I can see. I've not spotted the comb with the, spotted the queen yet. There's some different color nectar in here. You can see they pulled pollen out on this one. You can actually see a little different colors on there. And that's the different kind of pollen that they've gotten. Alright, don't see her there. So let's put this one back on. And let's pull this one out here. Stop! And that's Gigi, the big dog, the big mouth dog. Let's see what's on this one here. What's on this side? And there's the queen. She is right there, and she is with the mark. She's got the mark on her. Very cool. Now this little thing here they're pulling out, they're billing out. You don't really want them to do that. Sometimes they'll put a little bit of a comb Okay, so the queen is there. Now let's look at these other ones. I don't expect that we're going to see much. No. Not much at all. Not much drawn out there. Doesn't look like they've touched this one so far. And this one here on the end. Yeah, doesn't look like they touched that one either. So, I'm going to slide these back to where they were. Make them happy. So the queen is in there. They have gotten a lot of nectar. Again, I, not being very good at it yet, did not really see a whole lot of eggs, but there were a lot of larvae in there, so I would imagine, however, since she is in there and she seems to be working, I would say that we're going to see shortly here some babies being born. Put these back in here. Careful not to squash any of the bees. We want to make sure we bring the combs together away from the edges a little bit. Now what we're going to do, small hive beetles can sometimes be an issue with some of the hives. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a small, get out of here. Gigi is about to get her ass stung. And put those right there. These have a little bit of oil in them, so when the beetles do get in there, they will drown. And looks like they have eaten a little bit of the pollen patty here. Not a whole lot of it. I'm going to put this back on the hive right here. And I wouldn't expect to see a whole lot of that eaten because there obviously is some nectar coming on. You can kind of see they're all gathering right here in the end, and they all kind of gather together. All pretty docile. So we're going to put the cover back on. A little bit of a stomach on that top of that, I don't know why. Put this back on very carefully. We're going to continue to feed them. And here probably in another week or so, we will give them their first treatment to control varroa mites, which varroa mites tend to be their nemesis, so we want to make sure that we have those controlled properly. And we'll put some more feed on for them. They maintain happy. Put this back on. All in all, those were very well behaved bees, considering that we just came in and kind of messed up their house. Right back on. Try not to bang stuff so that doesn't piss them off too bad. And I think we're good. You can see not much action there, but they're all pretty docile. It is about 64 today, so they're not as active as you would normally tend to see them on a really hot day, which honestly is one of the reasons we chose today. So that's it for today. We're going to let them go. We'll see them in about a week, and we'll see what happens.